Keegan's mom in book 1. Oh my goodness. That lady. Keegan's mom in book 2. Keegan's mom in book 3. Okay? Because this lady comes back over and over again, and you're just like, what is wrong with these people in this town? Lord. Hello, my beautiful people, and welcome back. Today I will be recommending a few of my favorite Black romance book series that I go back to over and over again, and when I do, I have to keep reading. This is just too good not to keep reading, so I wanted to share them with you guys today. So let's start off with the Prototype series by Jacinta Howard. This is a 4-book series. I titled it Love and Rock and Roll because this is a band of young misfits who are either in college or they're college aged. Some of them are attending college. Some of them are pursuing their dream full time of music. They're all in a band. So all 4 books are focused on a member of the band or 2. But yeah, it's a band of talented, lovable misfits. You just have to love them. And I love that their band is called the Prototype because they mostly sample Outkast songs. And if you know, you know, the Prototype is one of Outkast songs. But yeah, but they also have obviously their own original music, but they mostly get noticed for covering Outkast songs for the most part. The series is mostly about them trying to pursue their dreams, make their dreams come true, while also dealing with, you know, the usual trials and tribulations of life and love, you know, in the industry. As young folks, you know, they're between like 18, 20 years old. So the series starts off with Happiness in Jersey. And that one is about Jersey and Zay. I'm not going to get too into each book of each series because then we'll be here all day. And I'm trying to keep these kind of brief for you guys. Yeah, so Happiness in Jersey is about Jersey and Zay. She has her troubles, he has his troubles, and a lot of it stems from childhood, which isn't unheard of in, you know, obviously in real life, and to overcome the traumas of childhood, the mainstays of childhood, the things that kind of get under your skin and stay there, whether it's your baggage to own or someone else's, like your parents or other family members. So I think that could be said for probably all of the stories here. Most of them are trying to overcome their own traumas while also trying to give love a chance and navigate their way through the music industry and you know, still trying to figure themselves out because they're still crazy young. Between 18 and 21 years old. So yeah, it's a good story. So book 2 is about Kennedy and Travis. Book 3, that's Finding Kennedy. Keeping Willow, which is book 3, is about Willow and Devin. And lastly, Loving Cassie is about Cassie and Bam. Each of the female characters obviously named in the title. I just thought that was cute. So that was the Prototype series. Moving on, we have the Night Shift series by Christina C. Jones. And I call this one Faded Romance. There's a little bit of mystical mystery to how these couples come to be in each book. So that's why I named it Faded Romance. So our series starts off with Equivalent Exchange, which follows Kiris and Laken. Book 2, Prior Affair, follows Haley and Ellis. And book 3, Faded Memories, follows Katari and Derek. Now, I will say that book 3, Derek was a side character in another one of Christina's books, one of her very early books. I'm trying to remember. Actually, a couple of them I think he was mentioned in. It was another series. Yes, another series that she has. I don't remember the name of it off the top of my head, which it's never a good thing when I'm in front of a camera because it hardly ever comes to me. But if I think of it, I'll look it up and flash it on the screen so you guys can see what I'm talking about. But he's mentioned in one of her earlier series. So he comes back around here in this book, and book 3 is, I guess, a novelette, you can say. So it's not as long as the other two. And I believe Prior Affair is technically considered a novella, but Equivalent Exchange is a full-length novel. Apologize for the barking dog. You never know when he's going to come out and about here. So, if I had to pick a favorite of the series, I would definitely say Prior Affair is my favorite. I don't know, it's just the way that Haley and Ellis come together is very kismet. I mean, all of them are kind of kismet stories. It feels like, or she makes it feel like there's, kismet. Kismet is a word that is used in Equivalent Exchange, so you'll understand what I'm saying if you read it. They feel very faded, especially in Prior Affair. I didn't mention the last series. Which one of these was my favorite? I want to say it was Finding Kennedy. I don't know why that one was my favorite, to be honest. They were all really good, but for some reason, Finding Kennedy was my favorite, even though they were the toughest couple. Toughest couple to get with, for the simple fact that, nope, I'm not going to tell you because this is going to give too much away. I'm sorry. But I'll just say that Kennedy's journey to figuring herself out, overcoming some very traumatic, tragic stuff that happened in her past. I love that for her, that she found her way above water on that. Travis, I was feeling a lot of ways about, but not all of them were good. But we got it figured out eventually in the end. We'll just put it that way. Moving along, our next series. Next series is the Fold series by Sabrina B. Scales. Now, I will preface this series by saying, before you read book 2, I'm sorry, I keep looking at myself and not the actual camera lens, as usual. I'm still trying to, before you read book 2, if you decide to read this series, you will want to read her book plus. So the Fold series I call a spiritual love series because the Fold siblings are actually PKs. Their father is the pastor of their church, and a lot of spiritual and church elements are in these books in this series, so that's why I call it spiritual love. So our first book of the Fold series is called Thou Shalt Not Run, and it follows Jade and Drew's journey. Book 2 is called Thou Shalt Not Hide, and that one follows Taya and Chad. Taya is Tashina's daughter from Plus. And book 3 is following Angela and Damien. Now, these siblings gave me a run for my money. Jada is absolutely hilarious. Chad is super laid back, ladies man. And Angela is a very uptight, very churchy type of woman. If you understand what the word churchy means, you know. If you know what that means. And very judgmental, very set in her ways, very much cares about what people think of her at the beginning. But obviously, if it's written well, the characters develop eventually and grow into better people. So they all have their flaws, but through the process of finding love and figuring themselves out, they eventually become better people. So that is the Fold series. Next up, we have the Preto Valley series by Ashley Nicole. You guys know Ashley Nicole is one of my faves. Love her. Fellow Connecticut sis. So the Preto series, I named this one Ain't Nobody's Business But Ours, because Lord, the people in Preto Valley, it is a very small town and everybody knows everybody's business. But these couples try their damnedest to keep everybody out of their business, and I am here for it. So our first book is called Bless Your Heart, and it follows Charity and Keegan. I think that one was the funniest of them all. It was so funny. I love Charity in that one. Book 2 is called Let's Get Married, and that one follows Mally and Zach. And book 3 is called Take Me to the Church, and it follows Naraya and Dion. I will say book 1, Charity is new to town, so she has to get used to the small town life and dating one of the most, or interested in, and then eventually dating one of the most, the most eligible bachelor in the town. He is the town's doctor, one of the town's doctors, basically their main doctor. Almost their only doctor, basically, at the beginning of the book. So yeah. So she encounters quite a bit of static from the town when she shows up out of the blue. And in book 2, Mally and Zach. Oof. Zach's mom in that book, wow, is really all I can say. Not even just Zach's mom, Keegan's mom in book 1. Oh my goodness. That lady. Keegan's mom in book 2. Keegan's mom in book 3. Okay, because this lady comes back over and over again, and you're just like, what is wrong with these people in this town? Lord. And in book 3, I think book 3 is probably my second favorite. It's a slow burn, and I don't always love slow burns, but when it's done right, sorry, I think the camera is shaking because I just kicked the stand. But when a slow burn is done right, I'm definitely here for it. Naraya and Dion. Dion is actually the pastor of the church in this town. So just imagine the static that both of them get. And she's an out-of-towner technically. So yeah. Y'all need to get into this series because it is just too good. Too good. Let's move to the next series. Is this the last one? Yep, this is our next and last series is the Danger Family series. Now this one, y'all gonna want to proceed with caution. I'm just saying, if you don't like spicy in your romance novels, you don't want to read this series because both books are quite spicy. So this is the Danger Family series. I call this the Spicy Love Affair series. Okay. And this one's by India Carter. Book 1 titled Tempted by Danger. And we follow Quincy and Diamond. And in book 2, Captured by Danger, we follow Grayson and Diesel. Now, Damon and Diesel, obviously brothers. Quincy, book 1, is the female main character. She is invited to work for Diamond by his sister when they meet down in Florida. His sister's on vacation, staying at her parents' bed and breakfast. And that's where they meet. She takes a chance and takes a job in New York to work for Diamond, who is a very, how can we put this? Bossy boss is putting it very lightly. He's very strict. He's very about the rules when it comes to his employees. So, yes, she comes to New York to work as his assistant. And they go from there. And I love Quincy. She's adorable. She's got her own little spiciness to her. She don't take no crap from Diamond, which he needs, trust me. Very alpha. Both of these guys are very alpha. Diesel and Grayson. Grayson is actually from the same town that Quincy's from. They know each other, but they're not like friends in the beginning of this. So, but yeah, Diesel and Grayson meet when he's visiting Diamond and Quincy down in Florida. And yeah, they have an interesting journey themselves that I won't really get into, but it's spicy. They're all spicy. They're both very spicy stories. That's all I can say. So let's just say Grayson eventually ends up in New York with Diesel one way or another, and ends up going to school in New York. She's a teacher, so she wants to advance her degree. And yeah, he finds a way to make that happen in New York. You'll have to read to find out how he does that. And that's all I'm going to say about that. Okay. I hope you guys will give these series a try. If you do, as always, please come back and tell me what you thought of them. If you have any other series that you want to recommend to me, I am more than happy to take a look. As always, thank you guys for watching. Like and subscribe if you like. Come back and let me know if you guys tried these books out. If you'd like to see more from me, check out these videos at the end, and I will see you all next time. Peace.